When season 8 kicked off and we got the initial trailer for the show, didn't it come back sometime like mid-October? I think that's when the season kicked off. And I remember seeing Zach's murder board, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the kind of thing I do whenever I'm doing theories on any of these shows. So I thought this would be an interesting aspect of this season. However, when I look at how far into the season we are now, if I remember correctly, we are going into episode 15 this week. And after that, there's about 7 or so episodes left. And I'm just sitting here like, we're already almost, we're about 75% done with the season. We're almost 75% done with the season. But how closer are we to figuring out who stabbed Gary from when the season kicked off? I know a lot of people did not like episode 1. Personally, I did. I enjoyed the interrogations. I think we had some great acting. The lighting and the direction was good. But as the season went on, there was a bit of a problem. We were getting far more questions than answers. Obviously, the main one being who stabbed Gary. But then, out of the blue, he had his, IV drugged. We still don't have any answer to that. And now, he has this whole, is he or isn't he faking amnesia? Yet we're still asking the question, who stabbed him? But at this point, this man is going to be out of the hospital. Well, again, because he already escaped. But he's going to be out of the hospital, A-OK. And we probably still won't know who stabbed the man. Because at this point, it doesn't matter. He got stabbed. If I remember that Dr. Reed, he said he had a heart attack or a stroke or something. Essentially, Gary did die on the operating table, but then he came back to life. And then he got drugged, and his IV got drugged. Then he had a seizure. So it's like, okay, this man has all but died dang near 3 times already. And we still don't know who did it. I thought that what would have been an interesting plot point of this season was the murder board. The attempted murder suspect board would be, as the season went on, more people could be added on the board and people could be taken off the board. I think that would have been a great way to keep track, because the fact that it's just so episodic as opposed to feeling like one concrete story is really boring, and it takes the excitement out of it. Because kind of like with Karen's pregnancy, I said my theory was, I know what they're going to do for season 8. They're going to split it into 2. The first half will be the who stabbed Gary mystery. Then the back half will be Karen giving birth to those twins. But no, Karen is 8 months pregnant, allegedly. And given the pacing of the season being like, it took a good 7-8 episodes to make it through the first day. I mean, I doubt we're even going to see anything close to 4 days, not even half a week pass by the end of this season. So given that math, Karen probably won't even have her babies until like season 12. If the pacing is the same. And then with Gary, I just feel like this man is going to end up accusing everybody of being, he stabbed me, she stabbed me, yeah, he stabbed me. It's just like, come on. I really thought this suspect board was really going to play more of a role in getting things, together, because there's way too much time spent on the whole Hayden video stuff between Tamara and Gary, because it's almost like Fatima and Zach, I get what they're trying to do, get suspicion off of them, because initially it was like, hey, let's figure out who stabbed Gary so the feds will stop asking us questions. But now it's like, hey, let's find some evidence on Hayden, send that to the feds, and then they'll get off our back. So it's almost like, so you don't want to figure out who actually stabbed Gary. You just want to figure out a way to point the evidence at another person. Because it just doesn't make sense why they would even act by telling Andy, hey, we don't think Penelope did it. Because Penelope got arrested, meaning that the case was closed, meaning that you two had nothing to worry about. So yeah, this whole thing just doesn't add up. But hey, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I do admire the the effort that Zach put into the board, and I do love the detective work he and Fatima are doing, but I just don't think the story is doing a good enough job utilizing the board to its maximum capabilities. But that's just me, and this is coming from someone who does this kind of stuff when I'm making my own theory. So let's talk about it in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.